Hi dear friends and subscribers, welcome to the Cricket Happening show today. And well, we are looking at two matches here, and what a match we are having in India versus New Zealand. The test has absolutely changed. In fact, New Zealand have just one more wicket to fall, and India lead by 244 runs with one wicket remaining. Yes, New Zealand did a great job yesterday by actually restricting India to 353 and then taking a very slender lead of 12 runs, which was a very good job done by New Zealand. And New Zealand managed to roll out India for 353. Virat Kohli went on to make a century, which was 103, his second century in Test cricket, with 14 fours and 1 6. Dhoni contributed 62 with 8 fours and 2 sixes. Ravichandran Ashwin, first, he is really proving himself to be a very good all-rounder, I would say, because Ravichandran Ashwin once again unbeaten on 32 runs of 40 balls with 5 fours, and then came on to really haunt the New Zealand batsman with his splendid bowling. 5 wickets in his bag now. So how many 5-wicket hauls Ashwin has taken? One would be really thinking. His bowling figures: 22 overs, 1 made, and 69 runs and 5 wickets when New Zealand were in their second dig, and they closed at 232 for 9, essentially 244 ahead, with India requiring 1 wicket. And if that 1 wicket could be taken by Ravichandran Ashwin tomorrow, it could possibly be that Ravichandran Ashwin would be the fastest Indian bowler to get to 50 test wickets, and what an achievement that would be. He would have done that. The person who actually holds the record is the former great spinner Anil Kumble, and Ravichandran Ashwin would have really beaten Kumble to that, and would be having the proud record of being the fastest to the 50 test wickets as an Indian spinner. What an achievement that would be. And just look at this. Ravichandran Ashwin and Pragyan Ojha have taken 73 wickets in 5 wickets bowling in 5 tests bowling in tandem. That is another record, and that is a phenomenal record, I would say, because with 5 test matches, 2 spinners, a left-arm spinner and right-arm offie, has taken 73 wickets in 5 matches. Quite an achievement this, I would say. Now India, 353 all out, as I said. The tail couldn't really wag. Zahir Khan was into the hut for 7. He hit one massive 6 for the bowling of Tim Southee. Pragyan Ojha was out for a duck. Umesh Yadav was cleaned up by Trent Boult for 4. 353 all out. But I thought New Zealand did a very good job, because if they are not taken the wicket of probably Dhoni and Raina, and the credit goes to Tim Southee. He returned career best figures. He has been bowling, and he has been like a breath of fresh air for New Zealand here. And Tim Southee has really taken advantage of the conditions, the pitch. One has to really commend his efforts there. Tim Southee, 24 overs, 6 maidens, 64 runs and 7 wickets. The New Zealand think tank has done a great job. They actually might have been on a conundrum, but they basically dropped Chris Martin, such an experienced bowler, and even though Tim Southee is not as experienced as Chris Martin, they brought him in, and there he is, giving all the rewards for New Zealand. 7 wickets for 64 runs. Absolutely a real peach bowling by Tim Southee, and it returned career best figures for Tim Southee. 7 wickets for 64 runs with 24 overs and 6 maidens. Bowling figures: Trent Boult, 23.5 overs, 2 maidens, 90 runs and 1 wicket. He had only 1 wicket to show, and that was at the fag end of the Indian innings when Umesh Yadav was cleaned up. Tim Southee already spoken about. Bracewell, 20 overs, 4 maidens, 2 for 91. None for 17 for James Franklin. Jeetan Patel, 19 overs, 5 maidens, none for 78. So with a 12-run lead, the New Zealand openers walked in, and Martin Guptill and Brendan McCullum slowly took the scoring along, and the score reached 30. But that was the time Umesh Yadav was the Indian bowler who actually gave the breakthrough, and a double breakthrough at that. At the score on 30, he dismissed Martin Guptill, who was clean bowled by Umesh Yadav for 7. So that was the first wicket to go with 1 boundary. Brendan McCullum followed him soon after the score on 31, when Brendan McCullum's individual score was 23 with 3 boundaries, and he was caught behind the bowling of Yadav for 23, and New Zealand's score was 31 for 2. Now was the time for Ravichandran Ashwin and the Pragyan Ojha to spin their tail, because both of them entered, both of them started bowling in tandem, and the wickets were just falling, I would say, pretty easily. Kane Williamson was the next to go caught by Sehwag with the bowling of Ashwin for 13 with 2 boundaries. Ross Taylor, and there were contributions from the New Zealand batsmen later, but what was needed was someone who could stay there and get a big score. But today, Ross Taylor was not so successful as Pragyan Ojha got his wicket, as Ross Taylor was LBW Ojha for 35 with 3 boundaries. Flynn made 31 runs, and then this was an Ashwin show. Ashwin picked up the wicket of Daniel Flynn for 31 with 6 boundaries. Franklin went on to make 41, the highest scorer in this particular innings, 41 of 90 balls with 3 fours. Van Wyk contributed 31 with 3 boundaries. Bracewell made 22, but they were all victims of Ashwin and Ojha, and Tim Southee was bowled by Ashwin for 2, and New Zealand had to finish the day on 232 for 9, 244 runs ahead. We have a real game on hand, 2 days to go, and India would definitely have a crack at it. And what India needs to do, probably, I'm sure Mahendra Singh Dhoni would be tempted to actually hand over the ball to Ravichandran Ashwin, so that give him a chance to go to the fastest 50 wickets in test matches, if at all Ravichandran Ashwin could do it. I really wish good luck to him, and I'm sure Mahendra Singh Dhoni, as a captain, as you all know, would definitely encourage Ashwin, and Ashwin, I'm sure, will be just wanting, probably might be wanting to have the new cherry in his hand and actually pick up the last New Zealand wicket. And what a bowling for Ravichandran Ashwin. He is really proving him to be. Now I think he has really cemented his place in this Indian team. 22 overs, 1 maiden, 69 runs and 5 wickets. He came in the team with, after Harbhajan was not there, and Ravichandran Ashwin has made this team, his place his own. And I'm sure Harbhajan Singh has to really fight hard to come into the test match arena. Well, take a bow, Ashwin. And how many 5-wicket hauls Ravichandran Ashwin has taken in a very short span. Pragyan Ojha, 20 overs, 6 maidens, 2 for 48. Umesh Yadav giving the breakthrough, 14 overs, no maiden, 2 for 62. 12 overs, 2 maidens, none for 37 for Zahir Khan. And Suresh Raina, 1 over, 1 maiden, none for none. Well, New Zealand, I'm sure the last pair at the crease, Jeetan Patel and Trent Boult, would like to get as much runs as possible. But well, I'm sure India would be wanting to get the 10th wicket as quickly as possible. Time is on the side of India, so that's the biggest advantage that India has. But whether, knowing the Indian team, they should probably be in a position to do that, unless and until there is a collapse. And there should be some wear and tear in the pitch too. So one has to really wait. As I said, India has to wrap it up very quickly, with Ravichandran Ashwin getting the last 10th wicket of the New Zealanders, and then India coming in and probably set a target of probably 260, 270 yard, and India have all the time in the world, and they have all those batsmen who have that staying power at the crease and can stay there, wear the bowlers and then go to the target. Now that is so we have an interesting day's play ahead as far as the 4th day's play is concerned here at the Chinnaswamy Stadium here in Bangalore. Okay, now let's shift the focus. We have a match which is going on that has just ended. This is between England and South Africa, the 4th one-day international. And what this has done is England probably slowly getting into the winning habit here after usurping the #1 place from South Africa. Now what they have done is they have done a great job. They have actually beaten South Africa pretty easily on not a very good pitch, I would say, for batting, where I thought England have put up a good show here. Ian Bell leading the way with a very good knock, which I'll be talking about. And just look at this. England, what they have done is they have not only won this match by 6 wickets and taken a lead in the series with 1 to go, with South Africa probably getting an opportunity now to square the series with the last one coming up. Now, what is going to be really seen here, England have not only done that, now actually England kept the #1 place in the one-day international rankings till January, till they face India in India. So what an achievement. So England, really, I would like to congratulate them for this victory, because it was a very, not easy pitch to bat on, mind you, but England did a terrific job. South Africa innings, South Africa, in fact, Alistair Cook, the captain, what he did is, after looking at the conditions, he decided to insert the South Africans in, and I thought it was a very good decision under the circumstances, because there was definitely movement for the bowlers. And well, just looking at the score, the 220 for 8 comprised of Graham Smith getting 29 of 54 balls with 2 fours. Hashim Amla made a sweet little 45 of 73 balls with 3 fours and 1 6. A.B. de Villiers' contribution was 39 of 46 balls with 2 fours. Some impetus was given because there was a sort of a collapse as far as South Africa were concerned, because they just lost wickets at regular intervals, and when de Villiers went, it was 166 for 5. Dean Elgar just stood out there and made 35 runs. Wayne Parnell only made 5, but Robin Peterson cracked one beautiful 6. He in fact reverse swept Treadwell into the stands, and he was the one who actually took the South African score to 220 with an unbeaten 31 to his name of 20 balls, 4 fours and 1 6, that he actually reverse swept James Treadwell into the stands. What a shot that was. 220 with Steen was not on 3, and 220 for 8 on the board for the South Africans. Looking at the bowling figures, let's talk about James Treadwell, who was the most successful bowler. 8 overs, no maiden, 35 runs and 3 wickets. Now, if you look at the dismissals that Treadwell had, what Treadwell does very well is like he drags the batsman out of the crease, and that is a mark of a good bowler, because if you can get a batsman out of the crease and then get him stumped, and that's what all his victims were stumped. J.P. Duminy stumped Kees Wheater, bowled Treadwell, 18. A.B. de Villiers stumped Kees Wheater, bowled Treadwell, 39. And also Wayne Parnell stumped Kees Wheater, bowled Treadwell, 5. So all the dismissals were stumpings, and Treadwell bowled superbly. 335 for him. Samit Patel 7 overs went for 28. Ravi Bopara again he has been doing a great job against Australia, and that was the precise reason he was on the team. As you know, his batting has also improved. He did well against Australia, and today Ravi Bopara has been failing with the bat, but he has been contributing with the ball. 9 overs, no maidens, 2 for 34 for Ravi Bopara. Dern Bash today had 1 for 51 to his name of 9 overs, 7 overs for 32 balled by James Anderson, and Stephen Finn was absolutely economical. He really took advantage of the seeming conditions there. 10 overs, no maiden, 1 for 33. Now, that is as far as South Africa were concerned. Now, England won this match, as I said, by 6 wickets. They lost an early wicket as Dale Steyn took the wicket of Alistair Cook, as Alistair Cook was beaten in by the pace as the ball came in. Alistair Cook was LBW, ball Steyn for 2. That was the first wicket to go, and then there were partnership. This was a very important partnership which happened between Jonathan Trott and Ian Bell, which took on the score to 143. Ian Bell was looking very, very good with his stroke making. He was scoring very, very fluently on either side of the wicket. Jonathan Trott actually had some injury. He actually played away with the injury, and his contribution was 48 with 4 fours, but Ian Bell's contribution was the one which made the difference. He was the man of the match with 88 to his credit of 137 balls with 8 fours and 1 6. Bopara failed with the bat. He was out for 6, and then Ian Morgan and Kees Wheater finishing the match off in an absolute flash as he carted Dale Steyn over long off for a beautiful 6, magnificent 6, I would say. Kees Wheater was not out on 21 of 12 balls with 3 fours and 1 6. Ian Morgan was not out on 36 of as many balls with 5 fours, 224 for 4. England winning the match, taking the lead in the series, and keeping the he's going to hold on to the number 1 position till such time they meet India in the month of January. A great show by England there. Dale Steyn 9.4 overs, no maiden, 247. So Chobe 8 overs, no maiden, none for 36. Ryan McLaren 9 overs, no maiden, 1 for 52. Dean Elgar bowled 5 overs, 15 runs and 1 wicket. 8 overs for 39 for Wayne Parnell. Robin Peterson 7 overs, 1 maiden, none for 25. Ian Bell was named man of the match. Well, dear fans, friends and subscribers, I don't have anything else to share, but I thought it was a very, very pretty good effort from England, because it was not an easy pitch to bat on. They really put their heads down, Jonathan Trott and Ian Bell, and weathered the storm there. That's it from me, your host Ram, for the Cricket Happening Show for today. See you all tomorrow. Thank you.